Hi, I'm Anthony Storey, Project Manager with CRL Contracting. We're in Lawrenceville at one of our jobs, Georgia Nephrology. We're about 90% complete with this job. I think last time we videoed it, we were at 50%. So we'll go on in, take a look at some of our finishes, and talk about the. We're standing inside the waiting room at the moment. To my right, it'll be the check-in area. They went with granite tops, like most of the practices are doing now, a little bit of a radius. They also elected to do wood trim, baseboard, and chair rail in this area. They've got LVT floors, glass door going into the rest of the practice. It's a nice, big, open waiting room. Now we'll move over into the reception. I'm standing in the backside of the check-in and reception. There's several places. This is a large practice. It's a little over 7,000 square feet. There'll be a lot of employees, a lot of patients coming in. So again, this is the backside of the check-in. We'll step over to the record-keeping side. Now we're in the record-keeping side. There's multiple workstations for many employees. Again, a lot of people, patients for this practice. Large business office side actually for a practice even of this size. So now we'll step back into where the doctor's office will be and check out. On my left there are two of the doctor's offices, or also the office manager's office. And then to my right will be the checkout area. Again, matching the reception area, they went with a granite top, big nice radius, also a matching soffit that with can lights to complement the granite. Over here on my close right is the ADA checkout area for low accommodations. And now we will move down the hallway and show you the rest of the practice. I'm standing in the corridor coming back to the main part of the practice. There's a public restroom to the right. But what you see is the wall, how we've matched off, and the corridor actually is on a radius matching the lobby outside. This was an existing wall on this side, and then we've matched contouring with the exact dimensions all the way through, and then it opens up into another long corridor. So now we'll walk back to some of the. This is one of the first corridors off the main corridor. I've got two exam rooms on my left. There's two labs up here on the right. And then we'll step in here to one of the other business offices so that you can see the wallpaper. We're now standing in one of the business offices. I wanted to show this wall cover. One of the designers picked it. It's kind of stands out. It's a little bit different than the normal stuff we do. We also went with a 6-inch cove base, architectural cove base in here. They've got carpet floors, lots of windows, lots of natural light in here. Now we'll move down to a couple of the labs. Again, this is Georgia Nephrology. That's a kidney specialist doctor. So they've got a couple of labs through the area, but there's two here. There's one on my right, and then you'll notice another large one right here. Multiple workstations, VCT floors, a lot of cabinetry on the walls, lots of workspace on the countertops. Now we'll turn around and we'll look at all of the nurses' stations. I'm standing in one of the nurses' stations. Just down to my left is the second nurse station. Again, large practice, a lot of workstations for the area. You'll also notice there's a large soffit that goes around. Again, can lights matching the countertop to display those a little bit better. Plenty of lighting for the work. Also in our corridor and most of this work area, they also went with vinyl wall cover for the walls. I will step back this direction, go down one of the other corridors, and we'll take a look inside one of the exam rooms. One of the other corridors off the main corridor. This corridor has 3 exam rooms and a doctor's office, and we'll step in and look at one of the exam rooms. To my left is a hand wash sink, also ADA compliant with an open cabinetry. A small workstation for the nurse or PA or the doctor. Exam room table will go over here. They also went with VCT on a random pattern, blue and a beige for all the exam rooms. We'll see some other flooring examples as we get through where they've mixed it up a little bit. But there are 10 exam rooms in the whole practice. I think it's 3 doctors will be in this practice. And nice size exam rooms. Now we'll step back down to the next corridor. Right now we're in one of the last corridors. The nurses' stations to my left, the main corridor coming in from the left, and then behind me is the rest of this last corridor going into a conference room. To my right and left are a few more exam rooms, and in the back corner one more doctor's office. So we'll step on back down this way, catch a couple of these last rooms, show you the break room, and then also show you the conference room. We're at the other end of the corridor now, going into the conference room. Just to the right's a couple of more doctor's offices. Behind me is a glass door. Throughout the suite, there's several of them with full glass light. In the conference room, they went with an upgrade. Also, like the waiting room, they've got wood base, wood chair rail. Again, a wall cover in between those that somewhat matches the doctor's office. Has little squiggly lines carrying vertically. Again, a soffit area going around the border, as in the same as the waiting room. And off this, we'll walk into the lounge area. We're in the last corridor. There's extra public restrooms down here to my right, a couple of storage closets, an IT closet right behind the camera. And behind me is the lounge. I'm going to exit through here. We've also got the back exit that goes into a corridor. That'll be the main employee entrance, doctor's entrance coming in through the lounge. Lounge is still under construction at the moment. We'll catch it next time when we do our 100% and show all the finishes. Thank you very much for coming and seeing it.